If you don't hang out with wise people, friends, the influence of others will just seep into your life in a way you don't want it to happen. I have a friend who's very fond of saying, very few of us can run with a bad set of dogs and not get fleas. It's really true. The Bible says in 1 Corinthians 15:33, bad company corrupts good morals. I have a friend who's a recent Christian. I've been trying to coach him out of a partying lifestyle. He knows it's destructive. He knows he drinks too much. He knows it imperils his future. But he's a new Christian and he's just trying to find his way. A few weeks before Labor Day, he told me who he was going to spend Labor Day with and in what environment he was going to be in. I just laughed and I said, there's no way. You're dead. You're going to be hungover for 3 days. There's no way you can be in that environment with those people and not get stung. He said, Bill, I think I'm strong enough. Anyone want to take a vote how that one turned out? You get in the wrong environment with the wrong people. Who is strong enough? Are you strong enough? I freely admit that I'm not. So what does the book of Proverbs say? Proverbs 13:20. He who walks with wise people will become wise, but the companion of fools will suffer harm. You want to become wise? You're going to have to make a very strategic decision, and that is to hang around with people who are on the path of wisdom and to hang around a lot less with people who are on the path to folly. Because we're affected in ways we don't even like to admit by the people we hang with. One thing we should never get fuzzy about is this. As Christians, we are intended to grow not alone, but together. Christ said, where 2 or 3 are together, there I am with them. The author of Hebrews implores us by saying, don't give up meeting together as some are in the bad habit of doing, but get together, encourage each other. Jesus had a final prayer before approaching the cross. This was his only recorded prayer specifically about his future followers, which is us. This prayer was all about the way we would come together. He prayed we would find the kind of unity with each other that he experienced with the Father. Sounds like a pretty high bar, but that's the picture Jesus had in mind in building his church. The very meaning of the word church means a coming together. We can't be the church alone. Christianity is intended to be a community where no one stands alone. You know, I want to pause here for a moment and just speak for myself as a private Christian. I can't imagine going more than a week or 2 without community in my life. If you've ever tasted this kind of Christian bond of community before, you know there's nothing like it. If not, my hope and prayer is that all of us get a taste of this over the next 5 weeks to make us hungry for it. Please, for your own sake, lean into your together experience. Make the most of it. Don't hold back. Invest yourself. The sheer fact that you're giving this whole together thing a run tells me that you're on board with this. So let's talk about how to do it. There's actually a right way and a wrong way to do it, after all. Oftentimes, these little Christian gatherings don't live up to their hype. It's not hard to imagine showing up to a group full of strangers that a church tried to match you with, only to realize you would never normally choose to hang out with any of these people. It's a tough start. It's not hard to imagine sitting in a circle with an insufferably long talker. We've all done that. Let's be honest, a lot can go wrong and really mess this all up. How do we gather the right way? People are so confused most of the time about what their inner circle Christian small group community should do when they come together. Should they be reading the Bible? Should they be like rebuking each other right and left? Should they just cuddle each other the whole time, group hugs and so? Should someone get a guitar out of the closet and then start singing so the neighbors get weirded out? Even a small group veteran can get confused about this stuff. What should these gatherings look like? The first thing we need to define is the goal of gathering. We don't gather just for the sake of gathering. When Christians gather, the goal is to become a gathering where everyone grows. Conversely, if you're wondering what a failing small group would look like, it would be a gathering where everyone just got worse as a person, nobody got any closer to Christ's likeness. Jesus defined what growth is very succinctly. When asked to summarize it all, he simply said, you would love God with all your heart, soul, mind, and strength. And you would love others as yourself. That's in Luke 10, verse 27. A gathering that grows will be a gathering that fosters increased love for God and increased love for each other over time.